Billy Jamieson is the treasure trader, searching for the world's most amazing ancient artifacts.
It's extreme treasure hunting.
Tonight, Billy strikes gold
It's a real shrunken head.
when he discovers a rare relic hidden in a Parisian market,
Would you consider 10,000 euros? Okay, honey, mummy time.
and then battles a hard-nosed antiquities dealer
I'm gonna make an offer.
to buy a 2,000-year-old mummy.
Are you upset? He's not happy with it. I may have blown this deal.
Mummies from the golden age of the pharaohs, shrunken heads from the jungles of South America, the bloody weapons of primitive tribal warriors. These grim relics are usually found in great museums or in the home of Billy Jamieson.
I'm a treasure hunter. That's the only way to describe this. Treasure comes in all different sizes and shapes. I have a fascination with shrunken heads, mummies, weapons, shields. I love things that touch history.
Billy lives and works in his one-of-a-kind gallery, a 3-story cabinet of curiosities that's home to his amazing collection.
I used to say there's things I would not sell, but there is a price for everything I've learned.
Got another one for you.
Helping run his bizarre business is his fiancée, Jessica Phillips.
Okay, yeah, because we have a potential buyer for it.
She really loves the business. She's learning it. Some stuff she knows more than me.
I think it's bug damage.
It's hectic, it's crazy, but I wouldn't trade it.
Okay, well, I'll send it over to you.
And I'm just happy to be part of life with Billy.
And in the wild world of tribal art, Billy's one of the best. But to feed his business and his obsession,
That sounds wild.
he's always on the lookout for the next big score.
Did you collect them yourself in Africa?
If you're not quick on it, if you don't react quickly to it, it could be gone, just like that.
Today, he may have struck gold. A dealer in Paris wants to sell a real Egyptian mummy.
Mummies are very rare. They don't come on the market very often.
This mummy was wealthy enough to be properly wrapped and mummified. An ancient mummy for private sale is a 1 in a million opportunity, and in museum condition is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Bonjour.
Billy is always in the market for a mummy.
What kind of money are we talking? You're gonna make me an offer I can't refuse.
And he's got good reason to be excited. Mummies jump-started his career as a globe-trotting treasure trader.
Can I help you?
In 1999, Billy bought the Niagara Falls Museum, the oldest museum in Canada. Among its oddities and curiosities were 9 Egyptian mummies. And one of them turned out to be the long-lost mummy of the pharaoh Ramses I.
It was really amazing to find out that there was a pharaoh in the collection.
Billy sold Ramses and the other mummies to a museum for over $2 million.
This was the first thing I'd ever sold, and this launched my career as a dealer.
Now, he's hoping that lightning will strike twice. He wants to flip this mummy for another big profit.
For museums, mummies sell tickets because people love to go see mummies. Where's the mummies? Where's the dinosaurs? You know, kids and families. So I think that we're gonna have to act on this fast.
The dealer is asking for over $130,000. But before Billy can make a serious offer, he needs some expert advice.
What do you got?
Here, have a look here.
And when it comes to ancient Egypt, he goes to Gail Gibson,
Oh, here we go.
an Egyptologist at Toronto's Royal Ontario Museum.
Bill is really interested in this stuff. He loves these mummies. He's interested in who they were. When he gets a mummy, he wants it to be carefully well studied.
What can you tell me?
This is a Roman period, and you can tell that from the way the wrapping is all interlaced.
What year would
Romans
that
like
be?
doing that. Yeah, 2,000 years, maybe something like that. So,
Okay. He's right in there with Jesus.
yeah, exactly. That's exactly where he is. A lot of mummies were taken out of Egypt 150 years ago as souvenirs, and eventually a lot of those mummies ended up in the attic, in the basement. Many of them got buried. People would decide, well, it's time to bury old King What's-His-Face. So there are not a lot of intact mummies around. He is almost entirely wrapped.
Yeah.
This all looks like the original wrapping. It's all nice and neat, and this looks pretty good too. This looks original. That definitely, there's been some rewrapping on the face.
What do you think? Do you think this is a mummy that's just too far gone, or is it something worth
no.
pursuing? No?
No, I think he's really worth pursuing.
Gail studied it her whole life, and when she told me that this was a good mummy, I felt, let's go for it. Hey, how you doing, honey?
Good, how are you?
Just had a great meeting with Gail Gibson at the Royal Ontario Museum, and she really likes the mummy.
That's great.
I want to go to Paris tomorrow, and I wondered if, can you see what flights are available? And we're just going to go there really fast and come back. I know.
All right, I'll book flights, but
Okay, honey.
no problem.
We're going to Paris.
I love it.
I love you.
Treasure trader Billy Jamieson is on the hunt for an Egyptian mummy.
You're gonna make me an offer I can't refuse.
And now that an expert has confirmed that it's a rare relic,
I think he's really worth pursuing.
Billy is ready to make a deal.
We're going to Paris.
Honey, do you want your cowboy skull shirt?
Yes, honey. Can you pack it, please?
Yeah.
I'd be totally lost without Jessica.
Well, I gotta pick out the ties that you want to bring, or just you want to make.
I'm really good at finding shit. I'm just not real good at other stuff.
Which suit do you want? What about this one?
That's cool for going out.
Honey, the cat thinks he's going with us.
So what do you know about the mummy?
It appears to be still wrapped.
Oh, really?
They told me it was not unwrapped, but I'm questioning that. They may want way too much money for it, but it is what you expect a mummy to look like. But what they think is a deal and what I think of a deal could be two different things.
Perfect. I love Paris. You say fini?
Paris is an important market for ancient and modern art, and familiar territory for Billy and Jessica. With a few hours to kill before meeting the mummy dealer, they're off to visit the studio of their longtime friend, the painter, Hervé de Rosa.
Hervé says I am gonna do a painting of you and Jessica in my style.
Born in 1959, Hervé has been an important part of the French art scene for 30 years. His cartoon-inspired work hangs in the world's most prestigious galleries and are worth a fortune.
And he said the painting's in process, and he was kind enough to invite us over to see it. Too bad he's not here, but his son Vincent's gonna take us through it.
Hi, Vincent.
Hey, Vincent.
How are you?
Fine. Good to see you, man.
So, as I
I
said,
can't wait to see this thing.
I'm excited to see how we've been de-roasted.
and there it is.
Oh, legs, I love it.
Jessica, you put a few pounds on, but that's Hervé's style. Look at the shrunken heads. What am I sitting in? I'm sitting in a chair. Oh, you're giving me a dance. That's what's going on. This is like pretty hot.
Because the picture you always send us for the New Year's, it's always you sitting on a chair with Jessica.
Vincent is going to take pictures of Jessica's tattoos for Hervé to add to his painting. It's just so neat to have something in a Hervé de Rosa's style. It's really cool. I think it's great.
It just puts a huge, bright red smile on my face.
It's time to get back to treasure hunting and Billy's first look at his 2,000-year-old mummy.
Okay, honey, mummy time.
This could be a major score. If it's in good shape, Billy has clients willing to pay big bucks to add it to their collections.
Billy's excited. He's always has that spark, almost like a kid before Christmas vibe.
Okay, gentlemen, how are you?
Fine, hello, Bill.
The mummy's owner has sent his dealer and an Egyptologist to convince Billy that the artifact is worth 6 figures.
Do we know if it's a male or a female?
It's a male, around 40.
The mummy's origins are unknown, but there are clues about who he might have been. X-rays reveal that his arms were positioned by his sides,
Right hand on the left.
a clear sign of his status.
If the hands are down at the side, it's more of a common burial. He was not a wealthy man by any means.
No.
If the arms were crossed, it could be a pharaoh or a high priest. It's somehow more important, which equals more money.
But despite his common origins, if the mummy is in good condition, he's still worth a lot of money.
The thing that makes this mummy special, you know, it's the skeleton is intact. All the bones are connected.
You want a mummy that is solid when you pick it up, and the bones are solid throughout the mummy.
Oh, yeah. I see. Yeah?
The skeleton does appear intact, but a closer look reveals big problems.
How much of the mummy do you think has been unwrapped?
It's difficult to say that.
I was told this mummy was totally wrapped.
The corpse wasn't unwrapped.
Of the bandage is original.
The face is quite the mess. Looks like a bad bandage job. You can feel the bones are right there. Yeah. I didn't expect to see a big gouge out of the side of the mummy, where bones starting to show. I thought maybe the head was just unwrapped. It looks like the chest is partially unwrapped. And being very honest, okay?
Yes.
We both know what we have here is not a fine piece of art. You know,
Yeah.
I like the mummy, but they're asking over $100,000 for this mummy. I can't buy it and make any money at that. I am gonna make them an offer at about 25% of what they're asking. They may not accept it, and I'm gonna go home empty-handed. That's what's on the line here. Mummy time.
Tribal art dealer Billy Jamieson
How are you?
is in Paris to buy a $100,000 mummy.
Oh, yeah, I see. I really want it, but their price is too high. I'm gonna be offering 1/4 of what they're asking.
It's time for Billy to make a deal. The mummy's secretive owner wants her camera to stay outside, so we've placed a hidden camera in Billy's briefcase.
A mummy, it's a difficult thing to find a home for. It's not like a piece of fine art. Most people's wives won't let them have them in the house. What's a mummy worth? I mean,
You try and be fair at these things, and you have to say, look, I don't want to insult you, but this is what it's worth.
I can't get near 100,000 for a mummy like that. I'm gonna make an offer, just based on what I'm seeing. Don't be insulted. You're not gonna be insulted? If I went 25,000 euros, it's close to about 38,000. Are you upset? No. He's not happy with it. Obviously, my low offer hit a nerve with him, and he was so offended he left the table. I didn't expect that to happen. I may have blown this deal. I gotta admit, I hate not getting something when I'm chasing it. He may have walked away from the table, but we're not finished with this. We're still gonna come back and try and work this deal out.
Billy calls the dealer back. He wants another meeting.
And, I mean, I don't give up easy.
But as he waits to learn the fate of the deal, he heads off to explore the markets of Paris with his friend and fellow collector, Michel Gransard.
You can have that one, Michelle.
Michel Gransard is a very good friend.
You can try.
We seem to have similar tastes in material.
Bill.
We tend to both be attracted to macabre pieces.
What's the best price on the wooden head?
600.
Is it okay to touch? Okay. Oh, my God.
Billy never knows what he'll find,
It's a rat fetus. Don't have one of those.
but human heads are the real prize.
It's not a real skull, right?
It's not really small.
Michelle probably has the biggest collection of heads in the world.
Michel and I are very good friends, but we're also competitive.
The guy in front got a real Givaro head, I think.
Where? Don't tell him that. Look at him go. Look at him trying to get there. Okay?
Huh?
Yeah, we'll go look. You're always trying to walk in before me. Hello.
How do you do?
Hey, it's a pleasure. Bill Jamieson.
Fine, thanks.
So you have a shrunken head?
Billy has spent years scouring the Parisian markets, but this is the first time an authentic shrunken head has turned up.
It's a real shrunken head, but someone put string in there. It's not a jungle fiber, so I would take those out.
Shrunken heads were made by only one Indian culture, the Shuar of the Ecuadorian Amazon. Taking the head of an enemy warrior and shrinking it has long been abandoned. But these relics are worth tens of thousands of dollars today.
Mr. Grimm?
Yes?
Is it okay to see the head?
Yes.
Billy's fascination with these macabre collectibles began on his first trip to South America 20 years ago. Bored with his life as a building contractor, Billy traded in his hammer for a machete and headed for the jungles of Ecuador and Peru.
One of these trips, I met a shuar named Tucupi. He was a shaman and a warrior. Had killed 22 people.
The ritual of shrinking heads was outlawed in the 20th century, but hundreds of well-preserved relics remain an important part of their fierce history.
So after spending time with Tucupi, I came home and I thought, wow, it'd be great to have a shrunken head as a mascot. Once I'd bought 2 shrunken heads, I was fucked.
Billy is one of the world's leading experts of shrunken heads, and right now, he's hoping to add another jewel to his amazing collection.
What's the price?
18,000.
Would you consider 10,000 euros?
No, I can't.
What's the best?
16.
I could go as high as 12.
15,000. It's okay.
The most I could go, this is lasting, 13,000 euros.
That's it.
Finally, the dealer accepts his offer.
Okay,
One of
see
us.
you later, but see you sure.
Okay.
But Billy's got competition for this treasure.
I've never been with Michelle and actually seen something we wanted exactly at the same time.
So we've made a decision that me and Michelle are gonna flip a coin, and the person that gets heads gets the fucking head. You want heads?
Yeah.
You want heads? Heads for the head.
Heads is the head. Okay. Well, how do you...
Yeah! Oh, you knocked it. It wasn't heads.
Yeah, it was heads.
It wasn't heads, Michelle.
Well-
It was that size. Oh, I won. That's not heads?
No.
Yes! You're just fucking with me, right? No, I won. You always fuck me up when we do these things. What is that all about?
No, it was head, but I thought, I mean...
Oh, give me a break!
Billy scored another shrunken head, but he hasn't forgotten the reason he and Jessica came to Paris. With just a few hours to go before their flight home, they get a call from the mummy dealer.
Hello? Oui, maman. Do you want me to...
You can talk to him.
Billy's lowball bluff is working. It looks like the mummy's owner might budge on the price.
Dans 10, 20...
Right now. We're leaving right now in a taxi.
We're on our way. Yes.
Off at mummy hunting we go.
You.
Can I hang off my wall, honey?
No problem. That's what purses are for.
What would I do without you? Sunglasses. Car's here? Thank you.
Billy knows this is his last shot at the mummy.
Bonjour. This is going to be private and behind closed doors, and I'm just hoping that I can still buy the mummy.
If he can't make a deal now, he'll leave Paris without it. Billy Jamieson is getting a second chance to buy a rare Egyptian mummy.
Are you upset? He's not happy with it.
His first offer was rejected.
I give it 50-50 we're still going to end up buying this mummy.
Now the owner has agreed to a second meeting. Once again, a hidden camera captures the action.
So this mummy, I told you, is 42, and I will take care of everything.
37, best I can do.
I can't believe it.
Come on, 37. I'm serious. I have to walk. I can't take it.
I can't.
I have a lot at stake. It's not like I've got piles of money in the bank.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Why are you so poor?
I'm trying to make this work.
42,000, what you can do for 42,000? Maybe you can buy 1 or 2 packets of cigarettes.
One last try.
Okay.
Finally, this deal is done.
This was one of the toughest negotiations I've ever had to buy anything.
Yeah, well, finally.
Finally, eh?
Finally, we got it.
It looks like we're doing business now.
Billy's talked the dealer down to 35,000 euros, or $46,000, a third of the original price.
I think what I paid is a fair price. When I decide to sell them, I know I can double my money on that. We finally did this deal, and I'm taking the mummy home.
Mummies are us.
Now there's one more detail to go.
You have a big place here, right?
making sure that Billy's newest treasure is carefully packed for the long trip home.
Have you ever packed a mummy before?
No, for me personally, this is my first mummy.
It's been a busy but productive trip.
I'm exhausted. This fucking business, sometimes it wears you down, but it's a lot of fun.
Billy's Egyptian mummy is worth double what he paid for it, and finding a rare shrunken head is a real bonus.
It's the collector disease. There's no cure for it, and I suffer from that disease, but I have to sell stuff to continue to collect. I couldn't imagine doing anything else.